All right, we are still in step 4 of the writing process. We have been looking at different ways to add variety to our sentences to avoid sounding monotonous. And this final example is where we place adjectives or verbs in a series. We can often combine simple sentences as a way of achieving variety. If you have several simple sentences in a row and they're all on the same basic subject, that's a good opportunity to add those together. And one way that we can do this is to place parts of a sentence in a series. We can do this with adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. Let's look at some examples so you can see what I'm describing. Here's an example. I've got 3 simple sentences all on the same subject. The coffee was hot, the coffee was steaming, the coffee burned the roof of my mouth. So you can see this is a really obvious case where we can make this much more concise and add some variety to our sentence structure at the same time by taking those adjectives and placing them in a series. The steaming hot coffee burned the roof of my mouth. It's just a better sentence and it's not so repetitive. Here's another example. Over the holidays, I made pumpkin pies. I decorated the house with lights. I wrapped dozens of gifts. Again, we have a repeated subject, the word I. So we can combine these simple sentences into one more complicated sentence. Over the holidays, I made pumpkin pies, decorated the house with lights, and wrapped dozens of gifts. We have gotten rid of that needless repetition and avoided monotony by doing so. So we're going to look at some more examples of that in the next video, but as we're getting to the end of this module, I wanted to say a quick note about proofreading symbols. Many instructors will use the most common proofreading symbols when providing feedback for our writing. So it's a good idea for us to be familiar with these, and I have placed a handout in the module with these most common proofreading symbols. So take a look at those on your own. Be familiar with them so that if you do see those in your own writing, when you're getting feedback from an instructor, that you know what those symbols mean. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at more examples of placing adjectives, adverbs, and verbs in a series.